Hello everybody, welcome to this fabulous reading. I hope that this is going to be very well. I know that it's going to be an all signs reading. An all signs reading is going to be for August 9th, 10th, and 11th. The Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of this all signs reading. So I know that you might hear some background noise and the way of how it is. I know how it is, and this is what it seems to be. So, this is the way it goes. And this is the way it seems to be. So I hope that this reading helps you. Give it a like, give it a comment, and enjoy, because this is just how the reading goes. And when you see it, you have to know about it. You have to believe about how things are, and you have to look at things in a different way and what have you. So this is just how it is in one way or another, and you have to understand it. This is just the way it goes. This is the way how things are, and this is the way of how it is. This is just the way it seems to be. Because no matter how you feel, no matter how you act, it's the way of knowing what to do, and you have to believe for how things are. You have to let go. You have to believe. You have to behave. You have to do things in the right amount of time. So the first off that we're going to have is New Moon in Aries. Go for it. So we're going to look at the Aries first, and then we're going to work our way down from Aries right to Pisces, and this is how it seems to be. So I'm going to look at your past, present, and your future, one way or another, and this is what it seems to be, and this is how it kind of goes. So I hope that this reading helps you. Give a like, give a comment, and let's get started. Right, so the point being is that we have the Ace of Wands is upright, we have the Empress is upright, and we have the Five of Cups is upright. So which means that, the Five of Cups is like, almost like you're feeling distracted in some way. You could be doing that. The Empress, you might be, maybe pregnant, maybe you're not. And then the Ace of Wands is upright because there's some kind of thing that you're trying to mend. So it could be that you're dealing with another Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But this is the way it goes. This is the way of how you can understand it in one way or another. This is the way it goes, because you have to look at this and you think to yourself, am I doing this right? Am I doing this wrong? It's the way of how to do that, but you have to remember how things are. Because you think to yourself, am I doing this? So it's the way of how it goes, because you have to understand that. Yeah, the ear source is upright because you're feeling hurt. You have the ability to understand that. The Four of Wands is reversed because you're not married. Obviously, you're not. And the Five of Swords is upright because you have conflict. That's very interesting. It's the way of trying to look at it from a different way. It's the way of knowing what to do. It's the way of being who you are, but you have to remember how it goes. You have to think to yourself. You have to act like how it is and what's going on. So let's talk about this card, please. The Three of Wands reversed because there's no communication. No, there's no communication because you're not communicating. You're not being who you are because you're not meant for it. You have to behave as things are. You're trying to say about how it is. So see? The King of Wands reversed because there's no passion. Obviously, there's no passion yet. No, because you're not behaving. So let's see what the universe is saying. Is that one for you, Aries? The world is upright because there's completion. Obviously, there is completion. And when you have that, you have to believe that you have to act like how things are. You have to understand about how things it is. And you have to understand that, it's the way of how it goes, but when you do it, it's the way of how you feel, the way how you act, the way how you can do things. And this is what it seems to me. So I hope that this reading helps you, enjoy, but this is what it seems to be. Okay? To the next one. First quarter moon in Leo, be humble. Yeah, this is interesting. Yeah, I want to see that. Let's see. Ace of Cups reversed, 9 Pentacles reversed, and the 9 Pentacles reversed, and the 9 of Cups. Is that right? So you could be dealing with another Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. There's something that was going on with you, Leo, because you need to understand that. You need to be how things are. You have to believe how it is, right? You have to, in order to do something, you have to know what's going on, right? Because you have to believe it as it goes. Let's see. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. Queen of Cups is reversed. Obviously, there's something that was happening in that situation. The King of Swords is upright because maybe you're going to be doing something. And 2 Pentacles reversed because you're not balancing 2 things at once. Also, you're not, but you know it's the way of how it goes. So I know how it is, but you have to remember how it is. You have to believe on how it goes in one way or another, you know? So you understand that? So let's see. Let's see. So we have the 6 of Cups separated because there's the past. Yeah, because you're looking at your past. It's the way of how it goes. You have to reflect that in order to do that. The 9 of Cups reversed because there's no fulfillment. Obviously there isn't because you're not doing it correctly. And the Queen of Cups reversed because there's no empathy. There's no 2 sides of the story here. Obviously there isn't. But in one way it's the way it goes. Let's see what's going on. The King of Wands is upright because there's passion. Yeah, because you have passion one way or another. It's the way of how it goes. And the World is reversed because there's, no completion. Obviously there's not. We want to see what's opposite about that card, please. 3 Wands is upright good because there's communication. Yeah, see, that's the way it goes because you have to look at it. You have to think about how things are. You have to, let things as it seems to be. You have to believe about how it goes because sometimes we reflect on how it is. Or we have to be who we are and we have to know about it because we have to believe about how things are and we have to understand it. Okay? So you know what, Leo, you have to do exactly what you're told to do, but you have to believe it, okay? On to the next one. That's for Moon and Sagittarius. Practice gratitude. Yes, that's what you're going to do. Let's see. King of Cups is upright. Oh wow, the 4 of Wands reversed. And the Page of Wands is upright. Interesting Sagittarius. Basically, the 4 of Wands represents that you're not married. Obviously, you're not. The King of Cups represents that you could be dealing with another Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. You could be dealing with another Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So you could be understanding that. But there's something that you're trying to believe in your own self is you need to do things on your own. It's the way of how it goes. It's the way of knowing what to do because you have to think to yourself. You have to, believe that you can do it as long as it needs to. So let's see. Let's see. The 6 of Cups reversed. Interesting. Two of Swords is upright. Yeah, because you don't know which direction you're going to take, left or right. And Page of Pentacles is upright. Interesting. Interesting. There's something that was happening in this situation. You have to reflect on that. You have to reflect on your ability to understand that. It's the way of how it goes. It's the way of how you can do things on your own. Because you need to believe and you have to, understand. Because this is just the way it seems to be, You have to look at it from different angles. You think to yourself, oh, everything's fine. And you think, wait, no, everything's not fine. Because you think to yourself, am I doing this right? Let's see. Let's see. Six of Swords is upright because there's movement. Obviously there is movement. That's how it is. Queen Pentacles is upright because there's stability. Yep, that's how it is, right? And the Hermit is reversed because there's no solitude. Because you already have maybe a soulmate, probably. Because that's how it works. So I can understand that. Let's see what's else about that. 10 Wands is upright because there's burdens. Yeah, see? So you could be dealing with another Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. You could be dealing with another Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You could be dealing with another Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. This is the way it goes because it's very how interesting it sounds, but you have to believe that how everything goes. You have to look at it from different ways, and you have to believe about how it goes in one way or another, And everything is going to be shifted as it seems to be. But when you look at it, you have to look at it from different ways. Okay? What's your next one? First core moon in Virgo. Assess the situation. Yeah. Let's see what does a Virgo will do. For Wands is upright. The Page of Wands reversed. The King of Cups reversed. Wow, interesting. Look at that. Four of Wands is upright. It means that you could be actually, going to a wedding. Maybe you're going to be married. Maybe you're going to look at them. Sagittarius, or Virgo, sorry. In the way of how it goes, you have to look at it from different ways. You have to put things into perspective in one way or another. This is just the way it goes, but this is what it seems to be. So you think that everything's fine, but then you think about, wait, no. Let's see. The Five of Pentacles is reversed. Interesting. The Five of Wands is reversed. Interesting. And the Ten of Swords is upright. Wow, see? This is how it is. You need to forgive and forget of how it goes because you have to let things hurt. You have to look how, you're going to balance things as much as they can. Because you have to believe about how it goes, because intentionally it's the way of how you can understand about how it is in one way or another, because this is just how it seems to be. So let's see. The Chariot is reversed because there's no progress. Obviously there isn't, because there's no progress yet. The Six of Cups reversed because there's no past. Obviously there isn't, not yet. And the King of Wands reversed because there's no passion. Obviously there isn't. But I'm still going to clarify. Let's see. The Six of Swords reversed because there's no movement. Obviously there isn't. Right? Pentacles reversed because there's no stability. Obviously there isn't. And the Ten of Wands reversed because there's no burdens. Obviously there isn't. You see how this is? It's not going to go. It's not being good for you. It's not. Because you think, oh, everything's fine, and you think, no, it's not. So let's see. Queen of Cups is upright because there's empathy. Yeah, because there's two sides to the story, right? Because you need to look at them. The Three of Wands reversed because there's no communication. Obviously, there isn't. And the World is upright because there's completion. Okay, what's opposite about the Three of Wands, please? And that Wands reversed because there's no fear. The Temperance is upright because there's healing. Yeah, see, this is what you're thinking about, Virgo. You have to look at two sides of the story here. Okay, if you believe what you're going to believe in, that's how it is. If you know the truth, you have to know exactly what the truth is, because you have to pay attention to it. You have to believe how things are. You have to look at it, because in one way or another, you have to believe about what's going on. You know, and I'm going to say this right now is that seeing is believing, believing is seeing. That's all you can do. Because you know what, Virgo, you have to look at it from that way. You have to look at it. Because you know why? You have to understand that there are two sides of the story here. And you have to believe about that. Get through your own mind to pay attention to it. Understand about how it is. Understand that you can believe on how it goes. Because this is what the way it seems to be. Knowing that this is just the way it goes. But that's what this card reading is. You need to heal, you have completion, you do exactly what you're told to do. But that's how it seems to be. Okay? So you're doing okay, but you need the best as you can. Okay? That's your next one. Full Moon in Capricorn. Take a reality check. There we go, Capricorn. Let's see what's going on for you. Let's see what's going on for you. Page of Wands is upright. King of Cups is upright. The Four of Wands reversed. Wow, look at that. Look at that. You're not married, Capricorn. You're not married. But this is very interesting. You need to believe that you can do it as long as it needs to. You have to understand about how it is one way or another. And everything is, shifting as it goes, You have to look at it from a different way in order to do that, So let's see. Ten Penguins upright because there's wealth. Yeah, see? You are having the ability to have money. They absorb really good because there's no anxiety. Nothing right now. Ace of Swords reversed because there's no understanding. No, because you're misunderstanding. So let's see. The world is incompletion because there's no completion. There's something that was incomplete. Ten of Wands is upright because there's burdens. Yeah. Interesting. Let's see. King of Wands is upright because there's passion. Yeah, see? Because you need to have the ability to understand. You have wealth, passion, and burdens. There are things that you're trying to remember and trying to believe. You have to understand how it goes, and you have to feel how it is. You have to believe what's going on in that way of how it goes. Because you have to look at this and think, alright, I'm doing this right. Obviously you are, but you have to put that into perspective. It's the way of goes, it's the way of how you can do things in order to do that, Because you look at this and you think, well, am I doing this right? Obviously you are, but you have to look at it, okay? Next one. First quarter moon in Taurus, release control. Let's see what's going on for you. Let's see. Page of Wands reversed. King of Cups reversed. Queen of Swords reversed. Wow, look at that. There's something that was wrong here, but this is very interesting. It's the way of how you feel, the way how you act, but you have to think about how it is one way or another. So let's see what's going on for you. For a Wands is upright for celebration. The Ten of Swords is upright for deceit. The Two of Wands reversed because there's no planet. Interesting. Alright, so you have the Ten of Cups reversed because there's no completion. Wow. The Seven of Cups reversed because there's no delusion. But then you have the Hermit card because you have a way of understanding about where you're going to find your soulmate. You could be finding a soulmate, but you need to have celebration. You need to have, deceit. There are things that you're trying to understand in one way or another. You have to put things into, how it is, but you have to put things into like a jigsaw puzzle. Maybe you're going to look at that. Maybe you're going to understand that. But it's the way of how to do it. It's the way of understanding, because this is just how it is. You have to believe what's going on, and you have to know the truth, and nothing else but the truth. But you have to understand that. This is the way of how it goes. This is just how it seems to be. You have to look at it, right? And understand it, okay? Because you can be doing very good, Taurus. Just keep it up. Everything will fall into place. No matter how big the situation is for you, Taurus, okay? Next one. New moon in Gemini. Think it through. Let's see what's going on for you. Let's see. Four of Swords is upright. Ace of Wands is reversed. And the Five of Wands is upright. Wow. Look at that. You have chaos. You know, it's not very good when you have that. The Four of Swords is upright because you're resting. Maybe you're going to be resting because that's how it is. So I understand what you're going through because, you know, it's a pain in your butt, you know. It's the way of how it goes, but then it's the way of knowing what to do, and you have to think things clearly. You have to speak about your own mind and your own way of how it goes in one way or another, you know. So I can understand that in one way. So I can understand. So let's see. So you have the Queen of Cups reversed because there's no empathy. Six Swords is upright because there's movement. Chariot is upright because there's progress. But then you have the Five of Swords reversed because there's revenge. Not yet. Two Pentacles reversed because there's no balance. Eight of Wands reversed because there's no speed. But then you have the Wheel of Fortune is upright because you're going to have good luck. Obviously that is because you're going to have that progress, you're going to have movement, you're going to have good luck on your side. It's the way of how you can do that. It's the way of how functioning it seems to be. Knowing that this is just the way it goes, but you have to remember how it seems to be. It's the way of knowing what to do, and you know, things will come into place as it goes along, you know, because this is just the way it goes. Maybe you need to understand it. Maybe you're going to believe about how it is. You have to know that, you know. Understand what you're going to do and the way of how things are, okay? Next one. First quarter moon in Libra. Keep your heart open. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what's going on. Is reversed. Three Pins goes upright. Fool is reversed. Wow, look at that. You have basically no change. You have the Three Pins goes upright because you could be basically having a third party here. The Hermit reverse means that you have no soulmate. Obviously you don't. But you know, you could. Maybe you have a soulmate, maybe you're not. I don't know. But it depends on what's going on here. It's the way of how it goes, it's the way how you can do things on your own. But you have to understand that. You have to think things clearly to understand of what's going on. So I can understand this. This is a way of knowing what to do. So let's see what's going on for you. The moon is misinterpretation. The Magician is upright for skill. And the King of Swords is upright because there's knowledge. Yeah, so you could be dealing with another Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yeah, see? You know, you have to look at where things are. Is the way of how it seems to be. Knowing that this is just the way it goes. Is the way of knowing about how it is. You have to think back to yourself, alright, well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do exactly what I'm going to be supposed to be doing. It's the way of knowing. Because in that way, you have to do that as much as it needs to. Understand this is just a fair lining, but it's the way it goes. So well done, Libra. Just keep it up. Okay? You got this. On to the next one. New moon in Aquarius. Open up to change. Let's see what's going on for you, Aquarius. Swords reversed. Ace of Wands is upright. King of Cups is upright. Wow, look at that. Wow. So you could be understand of what is his. You could be dealing with another Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You could be dealing with another Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. The Four of Swords reverses means that you're not resting. Obviously, you're not. That's how it goes these days, because you need to figure out what you're going to do next. Obviously, you're going to do it. Obviously, you're going to be of how it is one way or another, and it's the way of knowing what to do. Because you need to think things clearly and say, all right, am I doing this right? Am I doing this correctly? It's the way of how it goes. I understand how it goes, but one way or another, it's the way of believing yourself. So let's see. Two of Wands is upright, good, because there's planning. Ace of Wands reversed, good, because there's no new beginnings. Obviously, the Ace of Wands here because there's a new beginning. Over here, there's no new beginnings. Ace of Cups reversed because there's no satisfaction. Wow, look at that, the Sun. No positivity. There's negative. Yeah. Wow, look at that. The Hierophant, no guidance. No. The Star is upright because there's inspiration. The Four of Swords is upright because there's recuperation, because you're going to recuperate. So it's like you need to understand that if you're wishing upon something, you're going to have the rest, and you're going to be planning on what you're going to do next. This is what it seems to be. You have to understand about what's going on, like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, something like that. But in the way of how you understand that you need to believe in yourself to do things on your own. Understand how it is in one way or another, because everything is going to be like how it is. You have to believe in yourself. You have to think things clearly in order to do that. You have to understand that, okay? Because in one way or another, this is just the way it goes, okay? Try to stay positive as much as you can, Aquarius. Next one. New Moon in Cancer, relax. Let's see. The Empress is reversed, followed by the Page of Cups is upright, and the Ten of Cups is reversed. Interesting, look at that. Look at that. See? You're not pregnant, no? But you could be understanding that you could be dealing with another Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. So you could be doing that. It's the way of how you can look at it. Let's see. The Five of Wands reversed because there's no chaos. Obviously there isn't. The Lovers upright because there's decisions. Yeah. And the Five of Pentacles reversed because there's no insecurity. No. Let's see. Two of Wands reversed because there's no planning. Obviously there isn't. The Star reversed because there's no inspiration. Obviously there isn't. The Sun is upright because there's positivity. Yeah, so you could be dealing with another Leo in that situation. The Ace of Cups is upright because there's satisfaction. Yeah, see in a way about you're believing about what's going on, you are behaving about how things are. It's the way of how it goes. It's the way of believing in yourself. And seeing is believing, believing is seeing. That's all you can do. But in order to do that, you have to reflect on how things are. You have to believe about how it is. You have to know about your strengths, your weaknesses, whatever it is. But you need to understand that you have to remember about what's going on. Seeing is that way of knowing what to do, and you have to know that. Okay? Just do exactly what you're told to do, Cancer. Do the right thing. Okay? Try to stay positive. Second last place is full moon Scorpio. Breathe through the tension. Oh yeah, obviously we're going to do that. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see what's going on. Page of Cups reversed. Seven of Cups is upright. And the Eight of Cups reversed. Wow, look at that. See, there's something that was happening in that situation. It does represent Scorpio for you, Pisces, Cancer. So it would be interesting about how it goes in one or another. Is a way of putting your foot through forward, because you have to understand that, right? So I can understand how it is one way or another. Let's see. The Knight of Wands because there's immaturity. Yeah, because you're trying to not be immature. You're trying to believe that you can do it. Behave on about what's going on. Queen Wands is upright because there's charisma. Yeah. So you could be dealing with a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. The Tower is upright because there's transformation. Yeah. Everything is kind of transforming because you need to understand that. You need to believe about how it goes one way or another. The Sun reversed because there's negativity, right? And Two Wands upright because you're planning on something. Also, you are. And the Five Wands is upright because there's chaos. Yeah, see? Because you need to behave, they can do that. And the Lovers reversed because there's no decisions, because you already found somebody. And Ace of Cups reversed because there's no satisfaction. No? Let's see. The Stars upright because there's inspiration. Yeah, see? So you're going to let up about how it is. You're going to think about the positive, not the negative. If you're drawn into the negative, it's not going to be working. Because if you have the inspiration, immaturity, planning, charisma, chaos, transformation, there's lots of things that you're trying to let it go. And you have to let it go as long as it needs to. You have to believe about how it goes in one way or another, but you have to understand that. This is just how you can behave as much as you can, but you have to understand that. This is the way it goes. This is the way of considering your options. Understand about how it is. Understand how things are. Because you know what? Everything will change in a split second. You know that, right? So keep that, Scorpio. Keep that. Try to stay positive. Maybe you're going to be planning about staying positive. I don't know. Right. Last one. New Moon in Pisces, attuned to the divine. Let's see what's going on for you. see. Six of Wands is upright, but the Fool is upright, and the Eight of Pentacles is upright. Yeah, see Pisces, it's the way of knowing what to do. It's the way of knowing you could be having surprises. Maybe you're gonna have that. You maybe have change that is going on, and you can have maybe your way of knowing what to do about having performance. Maybe you're gonna believe about having performance. I don't know. But in one way or another, you have to remember about that. You have to reflect on it. You have to believe that you can do it as much as it needs to, because you need to understand it. So let's see. So you have the King of Sorcerers, because there's no knowledge. Obviously there isn't, because there's nothing but the Moon reverse goes, there's no misinterpretation, there's no illusions, nothing like that. And the Magician reverse goes because there's no skill. So there isn't. So I understand that in that periodic table about how it goes in one way or another. You have to understand how things are, and you have to believe about this. This is not like a pressure point. This is not the way it seems to be. It's the way of knowing what to do, and you have to believe it. But in order to do something with your life, you have to pay attention to it. No matter how it goes, no matter how you can feel. It's the way of knowing what to do. It's the vice versa. It's the way of how it goes. If you look at it and think, well, everything seems to be all great. But then you think to yourself, wait, it's not. Let's see. The Star reverse because there's an inspiration. No, you're not wishing upon something. No. The Ace of Cups are right because there's satisfaction. Yeah, because everything is all satisfied. The Lovers is upright because there's decision. Wow, interesting. See? The Sun is upright because there's positivity. Yeah, so you could be dealing with another Leo. You could be dealing with another Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Who knows? You could be in love. You never know. But you need to believe in yourself, that you have to do things on your own. It's the way of knowing what to do, it's the way of how it is, and this is what it seems to be. So this is a good reading so far. So I hope that this is a good reading, and I hope that it helps you to understand what it seems to be, because this is what it seems to be, okay? So you have to stay positive and believe in yourself, okay? Because that's what I have for you. So I hope that everyone will have a good day, enjoy themselves, and enjoy, because this is just how it seems to be. So I know how it is. I know how it seems to be. I understand what's going on, and this is what it seems to be. So I hope that this reading helps you. Give it a like, give it a comment, and know that this is the way it goes. Because this is the way it seems to be. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye for now. Really, have a good day. Thank you. Bye for now. Bye.